Okay, the mic should be working now. Just give me a second to get it reset. Tell you, everything's been going wrong today. I started working on my music today, and then got a freaking stomachache. I'll tell you why. Because I drank too much honey. I drank way too much honey, trying to keep my throat preserved, so yeah. Welcome to the start of the stream. Well, I'm glad you're here now, because now my mic is actually working. Everybody, my mic should be fine. There we go. But, okay. I'll tell you, I've been really excited to work on my new music. I'm actually just gonna give you guys a really short preview of it. Unfortunately, I am in no condition to perform fully, but I'm gonna finish this song off by tomorrow. All right. I think you guys might like it. I'm just gonna give you a quick preview right now. This is what I've been working on today, right? And this beat is also sponsored by Zane because I got a 2-for-1 deal. So, just have a listen. Hey Tiago, I'm showing people the song that I was working on today, just the start only. Yo, this song is the whole reason why my throat took a dive again today, but I couldn't stop working on it, alright? Now, this is just the first verse, okay? Roll with the raps every single time, working my ass off, baby, like it's crunch time. Still got nothing in my vein, but I'm sublime. Waiting here to blow till I make it on my own grind. Everybody always pinning me down for the count, but I act like I'm Cena when I kick my way out. Put me in a box, label me however you please, but my voice is infectious like a fatal disease. Sing me a song of the pain you're feeling when your world is breaking. Sing me a song of everything you've ever felt beneath the weather. This is a nice beat. This is a very nice beat. So this one and the other one that Zane sponsored yesterday are the two that I'm working on for this weekend for a Spotify release. I gotta finish the lyrics for this one, but I really liked the beat and the chorus for this one. This beat is freaking fire, definitely. So I was trying to finish the lyrics by today. Might have overworked a little bit, but I'll tell you, it's worth it. So that is why I shall explain my sorry state. So then I was taking so much honey that I ended up getting a stomachache. So that was a thing. But you know what? This is the price of art, yeah? Oh shit, I gotta change my stream message. Okay, there we go. Okay, next Helltide is in 42 minutes. Okay, so for those of you that don't know what we're doing today, right? I am going to be working on I'm gonna be working on the Helltides because I've heard that the Helltides are really good now. So I want to see whether or not that's the case. Yesterday, you all know that we checked out the Nightmare Dungeons and all that, and we got a chance to see that XP, although it was good, wasn't exactly great. Y'all know that, right? So, although the XP due to monster density has improved, it's not really at the level that, we ideally want it to be at. So, there's still a lot of work to be done in that regard. So today, what I'm going to be testing is whether or not the Helltide can keep up, and, how that's all going to weigh up and balance out. Well, a high five back to you. Saba? Okay. Now, while we wait for the Helltide, which is going to start in roughly like 40 minutes, so I'm going to set a timer for myself. This way we'll be like right on the start of the Helltide. I reckon that it will probably be just you, Johnny, because I can guarantee you that there are no mana issues. I'll happily demonstrate, of course. Just turn off my heating, I forgot about it. Okay, I will happily demonstrate. In fact, this is my overclocked version of the Sorcerer, which has slightly higher offensive power. When it gets to the endgame build, I'll teach you guys how to do all that. It's simple enough. But yeah, I definitely did not run into any issues, or at least I don't feel I did, but demonstrations are probably, you know... I don't really think it's the gear. The only real thing that would affect it is the avalanche passive. Like, this is without me even using Blizzard, which you should be using. Because if you don't use Blizzard, then, you know... well, you wouldn't even be able to play the game. Ha! Get it? Get it? Blizzard. Okay, but anyway. You've got to use Blizzard because Blizzard reduces the mana cost of your ice shards, so... it's like an essential part of it. But as you can see, there are no mana issues. I mean, I might run into survival issues if I'm careless, but mana issues are generally not a problem at all. So yeah, the only difference is that I'm rolling a frozen orb enchantment for additional offense. Sacrificing defense, as I said, but you know, that was always possible. And I'm currently fighting enemies that are 14 levels above me, way above the level limit, obviously, but I'm not encountering any real issues. Although I admit, this dungeon doesn't favor me at all. Yep, absolutely zero mana issues on my end anyway. You may have, because deviations from the skill tree generally will cause problems. You should not. Maybe you were testing something, or, you know, attempted to adjust something, see if there was any difference. But if you do that, then obviously things will change, resulting in problems. Hey Renzo, and good day to you, Matt, Tiago, everybody, welcome. I hope you all have a good day today. Yeah, sorry about the initial technical difficulties. Those instantaneous deletions are pretty fun. The only issue I do tend to have instead of a mana issue is the annoying is how annoying some enemies are. I'm trying to absolutely wreck them and they just start moving around like oof. I usually imprint around level 40. I think I remember you mentioned something about finishing the campaign recently, Renzo. Did you start a new character? I don't recommend that, dude. You should bring at least one character up to World Tier 4 first, rather than starting a new one, because, yeah, that's gonna result in problems, dude. You should always bring your first character up to about level 70. Now, unless I'm wrong and it was somebody else that was just finishing the campaign, but I recall it was you mentioning that. You definitely should not. And this is always what you should remember. Don't start a new character. Any uniques important to this build? No. Other than Esu's heirloom, but even that's optional. I try to avoid uniques in builds. I mean, maybe Temerity, but Temerity is great for everything now. I'm going to be testing out Temerity soon after this dungeon, just to see if there's any difference. If that's the case, then I understand, but I really don't recommend it. The reason is because you're going to run out of gold, aspects, things like that, and honest to God, your progress will be a lot slower. But I mean, if you want to do it, I cannot physically stop you. I just don't recommend it, but, you know. What do you mean new Temerity drop? As in any Temerity that you have will be modified to the so-called new Temerity. But yes, I did get Temerity yesterday. But just remember that if you had Temerity before, it will be there's no difference in Temerity. All they did was that they fixed Temerity. They fixed Temerity so that the the barrier bonus from Temerity now applies for, like, for example, the conceited aspect. Yeah. So that's all they did. They just fixed Temerity before because its barrier did not actually give you those bonuses, but now it does. There's no new Temerity. It's just same old Temerity, but just that they fixed the bugs that it had before. Of course, they could just be lying about fixing the bugs. I'll test it for myself and see.
Helda, I'm sorry I left so quickly. Father said such awful things. I couldn't bear it. Don't fret, old woman. I'm safe. I fled to the ruins we thought deserted, and was shocked to find there a group of kind folk who offered me food.
No. I found a better pair of boots. Of course, ideally I would like to have Esu's, but this pair of boots has 4 ranks of teleport, mana cost reduction, and max movement speed. It's going to be very difficult to beat this. Although it's only got 2 evasion charges, unless I get a maxed out movement speed roll on Esu's, I would not replace it. Because the mana cost reduction alone is excellent. Combine Blizzard and the mana cost reduction that I have, my spells will be like 30% cheaper roughly, which is really, really good. And that is something I can dig. I'm just testing a few things, you know. Now, what will happen if I remove the overclock? But I rechannel the points into this instead, into Frost Nova, giving it faster, much faster cooldowns. And maybe a little extra blizzard. Hey, what's up? Actually, still faster than Frozen Orb. Thank you very much. I'm not that guy though. Appreciate the super. Thank you for supporting the channel. Today I'm testing out a few things about the Sorcerer, and hopefully I'll test out Temerity soon as well. I see. Nice. That's always a good thing, Chungus. And newbie, good to see you, man. How goes the workday? Excuse me. This will set it back up to 14.9. Half a second. If I could save half a second on my Frost Nova, would that be a good thing? Okay, I'll accept that. Mr. Chungus man. Okay, let me put it back to 4 on the Frost Nova. Let's see the kill time and comfort level overall. Kill speed shows minimal difference with Frost Orb.
They've been feeding on my soul. Please, take it back from... Let it in.
Workday drama sounds wild, bro. The one thing I no longer miss from not being in an office environment is work drama. Oof. That has granted me the freedom.
Such power.
110%, man. The affairs, the drama, oof. That used to be wild. Oh, damn, all those murmuring obols. Shit. I should go on my druid and spend them. Anyway, more importantly, working on a tractor, hard work but peaceful. Fair enough. Thank you, Johnny. Okay. You know what? I must meet viewer expectations. Which means time to sacrifice my throat. For the glory. 1 second though. I will sacrifice my throat for the glory in a moment. Do I have anything else to sacrifice? No, I don't. Let me try and get Enchanter maxed. Well, performance time in town. You know, I just wish that they would give me an actual option to celebrate. Like, YouTube will just tell me, celebrate the first super chat by Johnny. I'm like, yes, I would love to. Give me an option to do so. Hello. Oh well. I'll celebrate in my own way as soon as I'm back. Oh, wait, wow. This is actually really good. Damn it. But I don't need one of those stats. One of those stats is actually really, really poor. So I don't need that. Cooldown reduction and critical strike. This one does come with critical strike chance and resource generation. So if I can reroll the crackling energy damage to... This is actually a really good focus. If I could reroll the crackling energy damage to cooldown reduction, I would be in a perfect state. Thank you guys. You don't have to go that far. Well, all right, looks like it's concert time. Time to sacrifice the throat and then never perform for the rest of the night again. Thank you all very much. My rent and bills are very grateful to you guys. Believe me on that. My rent and bills are saying, hey, today we get relief. Thank you. Lol, now all of you are tied. Okay. My helmet is perfect. This wand I don't need. Okay. I don't need any of these either. So Travis Robot Scott with the terrible lungs, man. I'll tell you, winter is the harshest period for me. I literally cannot do all the performances that I want to. Soon as winter is done, though, I'll be belting it out once again. That said, I'm still not going to let this go by because my pride won't allow it. So I'm just going to make myself suffer like the nerd I am. Okay, because it's very important to me that I do. Let me first try and get something good going here. No, come on. Just give me cooldown reduction. One more time. One more time. One more time. Fucker. What a failure.
You have received a tip.
Zane, you just want to win, don't you? Okay, Zane is tip 69. It's over. It's over. Okay, first what I'm going to do, guys, as I mentioned, is I'm going to take this temerity pants outside of my little box. Okay. We're going to put 2 sockets in it. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much. Let me put 2 sockets in this. Socket 1, socket 2. Then, that's okay. I understand gracefully bowing out. Not a problem. We'll put a pair of temerities on. Okay. So this one was previously a big damage reduction for us. Now, we're going to see how temerities does. Yeah. And whether or not it can surpass what we have. Max it out. Then, time to ditch all of this crap. It's hard to roll more than Chungus, I'll tell you that much. Anyway, I really shouldn't be performing right now, but you know what? Fuck it. You guys deserve all the performances, so I'm gonna make the sacrifice. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Here we go. Let me open with the Chungus boys' favorite. Okay, screw it, because, you know, like I said, I've always been saying these past few days, I'm in recovery, because winter makes it really hard with the coughing, but fuck it. I'll cough my way through the song if I have to. Okay, y'all ready for this? My lungs are locked and loaded, ready to go. It's the Asian robot on the mic. This world is going colder every day. It does my shoulder. I just wanna know if you and I survive this. This world is going colder every day. It does my shoulder. I just wanna know if you and I. Yo, there's one thing to understand. Everybody out here, man, they out for themselves, man. Most people wanna try and take your head. I take no pleasure, but I take theirs dead. My crew bring all their bodies in cold. I pour another drink and a smoke tenfold. I try to see myself in the rings that I blow, but every time I puff, time seems to slow. It's like I'm caught in repetition. Every day's a war with no remission. Stress and a struggle just to pay my way. I'm walking down paths that I'd rather not say. I feel like this is not just my burden, rather it's simply something certain. Pills got me in my films again, so I cried out loud to my only fam. Y'all gotta understand, we're not out here to take a stand. We're just tired of pain, we're tired of pain. We wanna live, we wanna live. My life ain't nothing but a struggle. Rent and the bills are constant us, so can you blame me? We're the same, we're the same. Yo, coming back to this idea. Everybody out here living with fear. We fight each other for the scraps of the table. Never realize that we are all able to rise up from a station of birth. We're born with both the gift and curse to choose for ourselves, no matter the sitch. But often we choose to live with the conflict. Y'all gotta understand, we're not out here to take a stand. We're just tired of pain, we're tired of pain. We wanna live, and that's always been my motivation. I'm so tired of the situation, living this life just to live the same. We're all just caught in the same fucking game. Y'all gotta understand, we're not out here to take a stand. We're just tired of pain, we're tired of pain. We wanna live, this world is going colder every day. I dust my shoulder. I just wanna know if you and I survive this. This world is going colder, man. Y'all know what it is. Listen, Thigh's fresh meat, if he's really chilling over there, you know, he just wanted to listen to the song, alright? But I told you I was gonna perform more than one, right? So maybe I'ma hit Renna's favorite for once. I know you like this song. I'm glad you do. Let's see. Cause you know, y'all were so kind to me today. I gotta suffer a little bit. Now, where is Renna's favorite? There it is. Yeah, this one will be on Spotify soon, Johnny. Thanks to Chungus over there. This one and the new one I'm working on should be on Spotify by this weekend, I'm hoping. Now, where is that beat? I know it's around here. There it is. I know I shouldn't be the one to tell me how I flow, but I'm caught in a game, so now I know I wanna die slow. And all I ever wanted was to have her in my home, but I guess it don't go, no. Hey, I'm coming in hard, Gonna hit you hard right from the very start. Telling this story of how I was strung up. Bitches had me done up. Before I knew it, I was shut up. And now I was trapped in a never-ending cycle. Self-abuse mixed with a gaslight sideshow had me believing that I was the asshole. Then I realized they just wanted me to die slow. I had enough of all the fucking treason. Taught myself to stabilize cause I had a reason. Came back from the brink, now I got a better bitch. She my partner in crime, yeah, we the real sitch. I know. Oh, she shouldn't be the one to tell me, oh, how I flow. But I'm caught in a game, so now I know I wanna die slow. And all I ever wanted was to have her in my home. But I guess it don't go, no, no. Gotta understand, I am coming up with my own underground sound, man. Lots of folks think the music biz is easy. I can hire vocalists cause I'm too poor, see. So I had to learn how to do it on my own. Much like I had to learn how to say no. Was a time in my life I was always told. Yeah, she told me I would never make a hit, so I believe it. She deceived it. Took that punishment and God receive it. Now I'm back on a whole different grind. Got a new mindset that straight up shines. Right from the start, she was fucking poison on my soul. Right from the start, she was what I needed to let go. Don't let it in, don't let it breathe. Don't let it be the end of me. I've still got so much more to see. I've still got so much more to be. I know. Oh, she shouldn't be the one to tell me, oh, how I flow. But I'm caught in a game, so now I know I wanna die slow. And all I ever wanted was to have her in my home. But I guess it don't go, no, no. Well, your other favorite I might perform at another time. But thank you all for your kindness. Like I said, I shouldn't be performing right now, but fuck it, you guys deserve it. Thank you guys so much for your support and kindness and all the shenanigans y'all give me. Okay, let's go hit up a dungeon and let me try out Temerity. Okay. Quick grab. But yes, thank you all for your kind support. Genuinely, that helps out with rent and bills. I've been saying, thanks to all the kindness, right? We will actually be able to, we'll be streaming another month, almost another month and a half, just from the donations alone. So, thank you very much. Means a lot. Lots of the Diablo content is slowing down right now, but the good support from the people is making quite a difference.
Well struck.
Okay, now, before the next Helltide, what I'm going to do is I'm going to really quickly... What's the highest we got? Nightmare Portal, Resistance Breakers. Yeah, this will do. We'll take on the highest, because we can, obviously. Then I'll quickly delete some of these, and then by the time we finish this dungeon, we should, theoretically, be ready for, we should theoretically be ready for a Helltide, so we can really test it out. I'm going to spend the entire hour in the Helltide and see how it feels. Okay, we're ready. Let's go. First, let's test out Temerity inside the Nightmare Dungeon. While this Werther's soothes my weakened throat. I tell you, I can't wait to finish that new song, and I can't wait to just keep working on new music. I'm gonna let people sponsor beats, get their name in the production credits and everything. It's gonna happen. Okay. Now, this is done. I just need to check something right now. Okay, good. You guys have never heard Bravo for the 79, have you? Oh, I know you will. But like I said, you already, like for the previous one, I got a buy one, get one free deal from that creator. So your name is already going to be on both. But I'm going to let you... Oops. Damn it, I died. But I'll let people sponsor as they come out. Okay. First test of temerity, not really going that great. Enemies are above my level, obviously, but not by a wide margin, so... Let's refocus. Whoa. Whoa. That poison ain't no joke. It seems to be the poison that was causing most of the problems. Okay. Yep, enjoy your meeting, buddy. Yeah, Surat's lair is well known. Yeah, I always save my last pants. When doing testing, I never delete it. It's right here. I always keep it in my inventory in its own spot so that, you know, in case things go badly, I don't completely lose out. That said, the only problem I'm seeing potentially with temerity is, the amount of barrier generation. Because versus something, say, like poison, temerity's healing, which is on a lucky hit, may not always work out perfectly. So although the benefits are really great, I'm not seeing as much viability from it as I would have liked. So I'm already seeing that, like, if I were to go back to my normal pants, just as an example, my survival would probably be higher, if not no different. Because my standard pants have better DR stats. So now I've switched back to my standard pants. Kill speed and power is still the same. Survival is a bit higher. Which means that although temerity, you know, was stated by a lot of creators to be best in slot, including myself, the actual results don't reflect don't reflect the estimation. The barrier, I think lasts a good 8 seconds, but or 4 or 8 seconds. I can't remember. I can check right now, actually. Let me get rid of these nerds for a second. Yeah, 8 seconds. But although it was lasting 8 seconds, it was disappearing way too fast. Because the problem is the amount. You only gain barrier if you go above 100% hit points. So temerity is often, or rather was previously used in mostly PvP builds. Why? Because you could get a barrier to start with. And the barrier could help you avoid procs of exploit, things like that. So temerity was best in slot for PvP. But now that they fixed the bug relating to the fact that you cannot apply exploit and stuff through somebody's barrier, therefore nerfing temerity in the PvP scenario, the fact that it was supposed to, like, the temerity barrier can now trigger conceded aspect and all that, was supposed to boost it up, but that is all contingent on your character being able to literally maintain the barrier. However, because it goes down pretty fast, and although the lucky hits do trigger, but once again, they're not always going to trigger like all the time, and the heal effect is not going to trigger every single time. This results in much lower overall survival because the heal becomes unreliable, and due to the unreliable healing, it's hard to generate a barrier, which means that the whole reason that you're using temerity sort of falls through. It'd be great on a character with a lot of sustain. Like if there was any character in the game that was literally built around nothing but constant healing, then sure, it might work. But in its current incarnation, I don't view it as having that power. So funnily enough, it would probably work best for a Bone Spear Necro. Because the Sorcerer can generate their own barriers and doesn't need temerity, obviously. Oh, absolutely. But again, staying out of trouble is very difficult. Because if you're going to use temerity, right, and you're absolutely right, using that particular technique of having having like life on kill or stuff like that would go absolutely ham. But again, the best use would probably be a range class like Necro. Something that was a heavy range class so that you could literally avoid combat. You could probably run temerities and do quite well. But you would lack the damage reduction that you would normally get on pants. Like my Necros got huge damage reduction on their pants. So yeah. I would be sacrificing like over 20% damage reduction. Probably not the wisest decision. That said, technically you would be right. You could use it in that way. But again, I would probably want it on a class that has more self-sustain and a higher lucky hit rate. So Rogue would be a better candidate for temerity, I think. Because although the Sorcerer should be a good candidate for it, based on how easily I lucky hit with the Sorcerer, yeah, I feel like the healing percentage is just not enough. But if you ever got the uber unique Andariel's Visage, which gives you lifesteal, oh, I would use temerity all day. Because I would just constantly lifesteal and have an insane barrier. Because relying on the heal effect of temerity itself, the 5% chance, no good. Aha. That's my timer. Nobody panic, okay? We're gonna finish off Sarat now, and then we're gonna head over to the Helltide, which is starting in about a minute. Finally, knocked Sarat down. There we go. I get to mag dump on him. Or whatever. No, there isn't. I wish there would be. Just so you know, I wish there would be. But there isn't, unfortunately. Believe me, I've wondered the same thing. Why don't we have a visual representation of Lucky Hit? It'd be really nice to know. But I'm guessing it's because Lucky Hit is also a twofold process. So they can't make a visual representation for every single effect. Which is why I'm thinking that they just don't have one in general. To avoid confusion. Wow, the stats on this are crap. It's a good one, but the actual stat rolls were literally doggy doo-doo. Okay. Blue numbers are overpowered, dude. That means you didn't read any of the tooltips that the game gave you. But yes, the blue ones are overpower. Overpower is a separate mechanic. If you pay attention to the tooltips on the loading screen, it actually tells it to you. Orange is when it's both an overpower and a crit. Anyway, Temerity was a hot failure, so no good. Now that we're done checking though, time to get into the Helltide. Alright, we're gonna spend 1 hour in the Helltide. We are starting at level 77, halfway through level 77. We're gonna now spend an hour in the Helltide and figure out how much XP it's worth. Alright. In roughly 80 minutes in Nightmare Dungeons, I can gain a full level. After we consume a potion. Let's see how this feels. Gonna have a Helltide tracker going on. Yep. You gotta read, man. You gotta read. You know, laugh all you like, but I'm telling you, you gotta read everything. This is the way to glory. But yes. The only thing is that the complexity of Diablo is at the start when you're new. After that, right, once you get everything on your fingertips, it's easy, like legit easy, and you'll be alright. But if you haven't checked it out yet, right, and you want to learn more about the Lucky Hit mechanic, I've got a video on it. You can check it out to learn and understand how it works. And then also, I have a video on how damage works in Diablo 4. Those two videos are usually crucial, and they're essential to really understanding how best to take advantage of the system and get the best possible results for yourself. Because lucky hits is a pretty crucial mechanic for some classes, so it's always good to know. As for overpower as a mechanic, it's pretty much useless, so just whatever you get from overpower, I just take it as an extra little bit of enhancement, that's it. Because it's more or less a useless mechanic right now. This is because overpower cannot compete with criticals, and has never been able to compete with criticals, unfortunately. I believe also that it doesn't have its own bucket, owing to the way that it's calculated and all that kind of crap. So yeah, overpower unfortunately is not a great mechanic right now. I hope that they will change it to be better in future. Sorc stats, what stats are you talking about? Are you talking about everything in here? Because usually I don't go through this. There is literally no point in paying attention to stats. The only thing, and this is what I always tell everybody, right? The only thing you want to do is go to my late game video, right? Find out what is the ideal stats for each piece of gear and just focus on getting the rolls as high as possible. Don't worry about the actual stats that I have on my Sorcerer, because your gear is a constant improvement process, and going through and showing all of this is literally worthless to you, because none of this is going to help you at all. I'm just going to tell you that straight up. Never ever focus on that. I don't ever look at this list. I don't ever check it. It is absolutely worthless to you. Don't focus on that. All you need to know is what is the ideal stat rolls for each equipment, and then you see the level, you see the roll range there, like between 15.8 to 26.2. You want to get it to the max. That's the most important thing. And once you have that, you're pretty much good to go. You are pretty much good to go. Don't ever worry about what is the best possible, like how much stats do you need, or you know what level of stats you need. Don't worry, it'll all come together. All you need to focus on is getting the ideal rolls. Once you get the ideal rolls, boom, I'm telling you, that's all that matters. And that's literally why you never see me check stats. All I check is gear. I'll look at, okay, does this gear have the ideal stat? Oh, hey, this one's really good. Give me a second. This one's really good. I'm going to save that. Anything else useful? I'm going to junk the rest of this. This is definitely no good. No good. Okay, I'm just gonna quickly dump all this, then head back out into the Helltide.
Are we buying or selling?
Yeah, no problem. A lot of people think that you need to get your stats to a certain level. I say that's all bullshit. Don't ever worry about what level my stats are, because as long as I'm getting a higher roll, my stats are going to improve, right? Makes logical sense. So all I worry about is, am I getting a perfect roll? And that's literally all I focus on. For each individual piece of equipment, what are the rolls I'm looking for, and did I get a perfect roll? If you have a perfect roll on everything, then the stats will follow. Because plenty of stats will also come from Paragon Path, stuff like that. So a difference in a stat total could just be like a difference in Paragon Path, a minor difference in gear. Like there's so many little differences, and it's not like you gain any of that via your levels. Your levels just give you more Paragon points to add more stats into the mix via your Paragon Path. That's it. So literally your only focus is just gear, gear, gear. Again, this is also one of the weaknesses of Diablo 4. Diablo 4 is almost entirely gear dependent compared to other ARPG games where skill is a factor. And that has led to some salty feelings, because some people feel that as long as you got the perfect gear, then nothing else matters, you know? which is kind of true to an extent. I mean, you do have to know how to play your build, but more or less, I do also agree with a lot of these people, as much as I, you know, it's like the naysayers and the doom and the doomers. There is some truth in their grievances, in that you are literally kind of stuck based on your gear. Well, just make sure you're following the late game Sorcerer build. It's already out, so you should, like, as soon as you hit level 50, you should be following that already. And you'll see a great difference in your leveling, skills, everything. So just make sure you follow along with that and you're good to go. Oh, sorry. I was wondering, my rain sounds were a bit softer. I wasn't getting the full enjoyment of the rain sounds. I always like to have rain sounds because they keep me very happy. But I'm gonna tell you that a certain creator just published a video saying that Helltides are good. I'm gonna tell you right now that this creator is one of the creators that I hate the most. Okay, he looks like fucking Mark Zuckerberg. Okay, and I absolutely despise him. He just published a video today saying that the Helltides are great. I can tell you that Helltides have not improved at all whatsoever. The density of enemies has increased, but think about this. I have literally just spent 10 minutes in the Helltide with a potion, with a full potion, and my XP has barely moved. Like, I would have gained way more XP being in a Nightmare Dungeon than in a Helltide. And the density, the so-called density increase in a Helltide is barely benefiting me because the enemies are only 3 levels above me. I'm barely getting any bonus XP. It's just no good. It's just no good. So, like, well, later on there'll be a video about XP gains and things like that, and I'll break it down for you about how well I can level in Nightmare Dungeons. Y'all saw it for yourself yesterday on my Necro. But I'm telling you, these fucking creators are literally out here harming you guys, and I'm so annoyed. Tomorrow I'm gonna make a video on Helltides and just explain that Helltides are still, you know, no good for XP. Like, Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's why, like, I'm telling you, a lot of these creators are just literally out here to sell fucking fake-ass ideas. And I'm sorry for this rant, but it pisses me off so much. Fucking Mark Zuckerberg clone out there like, I'm so good at playing the fucking game, because, you know, I play nothing but Rogue all the time. Oh, Helltides are great now. Fucking, like, I swear, some of these people, and again, I'm sorry for getting so angry, but it really riles me up that these motherfuckers are probably paid by Blizzard to make things sound good or to control the public perception. I hate that. I cannot stand anything that is not truthful. Truth matters the most to me. And if you don't physically test something, I don't care what your fake-ass data says. I want to see them test it live on stream like I'm doing right now. Play the full fucking Helltide, okay, and then show me the truth, show me the money, show me that, you know, everything is really as great as you say, because I don't believe that even for one fucking second. Let me just add a timestamp in this timestamps 10 minutes ago. I'm just gonna add this timestamp in case anyone wants a reference. Where the hell am I? Oh, this is just a weird area. Whoops. Sorry about that. Did not mean to go down there. Also, don't forget to like and share, guys. Yeah, if you could. I'd be very grateful if you like and share. But goddamn, this is really, really not good. I'll quickly farm around the area and then I'll go pop a chest if I can. I can certainly say I'm thoroughly disappointed. I expected better. I really did. I genuinely expected better. And then again, I should have known never to trust a single bit of information from anyone with a title. Well, at least I proved it to my audience. Okay, we'll keep going with the Helltide for the remaining 44 minutes and get a final result later. Because, as always, we only show the full results, and I want everybody to know exactly, you know, how things went and what was the start and end results. No good. No good. Also, guys, I see several of you in the stream now. Thank you so much for coming by. Don't forget to don't forget to like and share if you haven't already. That would be a very, very good thing, and I'd be very grateful if you would. Okay, let's quickly head back to town, offload. Then we'll carry on. For the remaining 44 minutes, we are going to see how fast I can survive in the Helltide and how fast I can farm any XP. Even opening the Helltide chest barely budged my bar, so realistically speaking, I would say that Helltide, like the purpose of these Helltides, quite clearly is to just help you guys get gear. It's designed to help you guys get gear and nothing beyond that. As per the title of the video, I'm testing Helltides. I'm testing out the Helltides to see whether or not they're good XP. Because recently a creator, without naming his name, okay, I call him the ugly ass Mark Zuckerberg lookalike because that's what he is. He's basically one of the world's biggest assholes, and I absolutely despise him. Sorry again for going on a rant. I just really hate him because he spreads a lot of misinformation. At the start of this season, he basically said Sorcerer sucked, and then I proved to everyone that it doesn't. Then he basically, you know, now he's all like, oh, Helltides are great. But basically he's a Blizzard. He's paid by Blizzard, so, I mean, makes sense that he would be a shill. The problem is that he claimed in a recent video that he made that Helltides are really, really good right now. But I can tell you for a fact that that's why I did the testing today, because the patch adjusted monster density in the Helltides, and I wanted to see for myself whether or not it would be really, really good. Alright, and if anyone knows who I'm talking about, don't name names. We don't name names here because we don't want any drama brought to the channel. But basically, I'm here to test out whether or not, you know, fucking Mark Zuckerberg lookalike's theory is true. I can tell you that it isn't, and that the XP is dog shit. Because I started this at just past level, like the second Paragon point in level 77. I've not even hit the third Paragon point, and it's already been like more than 10 minutes. So, is the Helltide competitive with and this after opening a mystery chest as well, which does give bonus XP. So, is it comparable with a Nightmare Dungeon? We will have to see. Basically, in a Nightmare Dungeon, I can gain 1 level, assuming I'm fighting at the maximum 10 levels above me. I can gain 1 level every 80 minutes or so. So a Helltide, which is 60 minutes, should effectively give me 3/4 of a level. So I should, theoretically, assuming that I stay in the Helltide the entire time, I should get about 3 Paragon points. So we're going to see whether or not that theory holds true, but I have a feeling that it won't, so yeah. I'm guesstimating that a full Helltide will give me just shy of 2 Paragon points. Based on my calculations, assuming I stay in for the full duration instead of just dipping in and out. And this is with an elixir and a full charge season blessing for bonus XP. That means 8% bonus XP. Yeah, I guesstimate it will be just shy of 2 Paragon points, which is again not encouraging because I don't feel that this is good enough for anyone. Now there are some areas where density should be higher, like this one. This seems like a really good area, but you won't always see areas like this, so I think what might need to happen is that people are gonna have to discover which areas of the Helltide have like the best possible XP and just literally go around there. Yeah, I guesstimated at about 2, just shy of 2 Paragon points. It should be more than 1 Paragon point for sure, because I'm already about to gain 1. But I think it'll be just shy of 2. But we'll see how it goes. If it's less than that, I can tell you that I'm gonna be even more disappointed in the Mark Zuckerberg lookalike, because it is clear that he's just doing, it's clear that he's just, you know, putting out information that Blizzard is paying him to put out, which again goes against everything I stand for. Even when I've partnered with games, I have never been one to avoid criticism, nor will I be somebody that says, oh hey, everything's good, when it's not, you know? Case in point, I recently did a survey of whether people are coming back for Darktide, and quite frankly, I'm a partner, and I've said even in that video that I'm not coming back until their player count goes up, which based on the current situation doesn't look like it's happening. But I think y'all can understand my dedication to truth and proper information. I just can't stand people getting lied to or, you know, being told a false narrative just because, you know, they may not have the time to test things themselves, and that's what I don't stand for. That's what I stand against. So again, super sorry about the ranting, guys. I don't get fired up for a lot of things. Most of the time I'm pretty chill, except when it comes to trolls. But the Mark Zuckerberg lookalike, as well as the Nurgle follower, these two evil people are the only two creators that ever get me riled up. Yeah, I know. Yep, I'm almost to a Paragon point, but the thing is, after I open, because I'll be able to open 2 more mystery chests, most likely. So after I'm able to open 2 more mystery chests, I think that the bonus XP should take me up to either just shy of a 2nd Paragon point, or I may actually get a 2nd Paragon point. But there's 37 minutes left to go, and I mean, we'll have to see. I could get if I could get a 4th chest, I might actually get 2 Paragon points over the full hour of doing the Helltide. But this assumes that I open up 4 chests in total, which again may or may not happen. But even if I were to get 2 Paragon points, to me that's not sufficient. Because, like I said, if I just go pure Nightmare Dungeons, I would get about a level every 80 minutes. On average. Fighting the full 10 levels above me, I would get, yeah, about there. Whoa, that was actually decent. In terms of the event, I mean. Still haven't hit the Paragon point yet. Getting closer. There we go. So we officially hit the Paragon point now. Whoa, lag. No problem, Square Madness. Come when you like. We're very relaxed about that. Events are usually pretty good. I do them if I know I can get an advantage, because either way, it's just more mobs to kill. But I think that what they've done, at the very least, where I will give credit to the devs, is that they've improved the density so much so that you're not pigeonholed into only doing events, you know? Like, some Helltides were better than others because previously, if the monster density was bad, then you would literally be stuck trying to farm event locations only instead of just wandering around the Helltide, which is part of the fun, you know? A big part of the fun to prevent boredom and all that kind of jazz is just wandering around the Helltide and killing everything that comes your way. So, them making that change, I do not disagree with. I think that's a very positive change. That is one of the changes I am down for, 300% down for. You know, I believe that that is a very, very good change, and they deserve credit for making that change. So the improved density is something that I say, very good, very good. I thoroughly agree with it. I think that they've done a fantastic job on it. I just don't agree with the Zuckerberg lookalike, you know, lying to people that Helltides is potentially better than Nightmare Dungeons, which it is not. And we all know this. Because like I said, I'll happily prove it. Let's see how long it takes me. Assuming I maintain the full potion bonus throughout the entire duration, let's see how long it actually takes me to get to the next level. That's what I want to see and know. Of course, we're also factoring in town trips and all that kind of stuff, which we were factoring in anyway for the Nightmare Dungeons, because for Nightmare Dungeons, I did the same thing. I factored in, okay, if I have to go town trips, like, you know, how much time is it going to take, stuff like that. That's normal, it's RNG, dude. I haven't gotten any either. So don't sweat it, it's just literally RNG. What I would say is that what you're going into Helltide for is literally just to go in there and see like anything good, anything useful. You know, you're just trying for really good gear and aspects, things like that. That's literally all I do as well. I go in solely to try and get some good aspects that might, you know, improve my damage, improve my stuff. That's pretty much it. I don't go in for any other reason, more or less. Just the gear, extra obols.
It is a deal.
Oh, these perfect movement speed boots. Oh, but they're level 77, darn it.
Very nice.
Sorc has great uniques though, like in my opinion. I feel that the Sorc does have good uniques. At the very least, I feel that their uniques are good. Esu's Heirloom is still the only unique that can give true critical chance. But I suppose you're talking about the other, like the unique weapons and stuff. But I just despise unique weapons, usually because their rolls are not perfect compared to most god roll weapons. And a lot of your damage comes from a god roll weapon. Or as close to a god roll as you can manage, so yeah. I don't tend to worry too much about weapon-based uniques. Okay, let's carry on enjoying this Helltide. Oh, look at all these cinders. Now, the chest reset will be happening soon. I'm going to save up my cinders, grab 2 more mystery chests, and we'll see where my XP ends up. There's no way to grind any unique stuff. It's just RNG, dude. Just play the game and eventually you'll get it. But as long as you're following my build, you will never have a problem even without the uniques. I'm playing without Esu's, by the way. I'm just using a normal pair of boots and doing just fine. Uniques are like, for if you have a good build, like any kind of robot build, uniques will usually never be a necessity. I usually make them enhancers, but not a necessity. Why? Because I know they're difficult to get. And I know that people struggle with them. That's why, like, after the preseason struggle that I had with the Druid, although I can acknowledge that some Druid builds are freaking excellent with the uniques, you know, all done up and everything like that, I'm still not going to play any of those builds because there's no way that I'm going to waste my time. You know, I'm going to focus on one thing and one thing only. That is ensuring that I create the best possible build without uniques for leveling. And then later on, if people want to play whatever build they want to play with the uniques, they can do so. Like if I got a maxed out Great Staff of the Crone, sure, I could switch into a werewolf build and I may do that at level 100, but until then, I'm going to happily just play my Tornado Druid build, which requires 0 uniques, and just be okay with that. Because once again, I'm not spending, or rather, I refuse to spend on oh, mystery chest is here. Easy. I refuse to spend my time trying to hunt a unique just to upgrade. So yeah, that's why I've structured my builds differently. Yep. That's why as long as you follow my stuff, you will literally never have a problem for the rest of your existence. Because I follow the principle of never wasting time. I only want what is most efficient without wasting any time and without spending like an excessive amount of time, you know, like hoping and praying that something that I need drops. Because even on my Necro, I'm already one-shotting everything, right? But I still haven't dropped Deathless Visage, while other people have gotten like 3-4 copies of that shit. So, you know, them's the breaks. You just have to understand that sometimes that's life. Yeah, never I'm just gonna tell you honestly, don't deviate on the Paragon board. The Paragon board usually only has one possible pathway because you always pick only the best options on there with your limited points. Although you can deviate a little bit on skill build sometimes without too much impact, or you can deviate a bit on gear, Paragon path is the one thing where you must never deviate. You must take exactly the nodes, because the way that I've structured it is designed so that all these nodes will be literally the ideal nodes to capture with your limited number of points to give you literally the best results. Out of context, what do I think about the cow level? I have no thoughts on it because me personally, I think, you know, I've said it enough at this point, but I'm the kind of guy that's all about efficiency. So the only way I would even concern myself with the cow level, because like for me, fun is not a thing that applies. I don't care about that. I care only about like, if I, within like the specific duration of playtime that I have, can I be hyper efficient, you know? I'm a machine like that. So for me, it is crucial to just constantly measure, am I doing the very best that I can? So if the cow level helps me do better, then I'll seek it out. If not, if it's not like worth anything special, I will have no concern about it. So at this point, because it's just a rumor and I don't really care, and it's not proven to be more efficient than anything else, you know, to me it's just meh. Oh, cow level is something in all the Diablo games. Basically, it's a secret level that you can access using some ridiculous steps or formulas in the game, whatever. It's an in-game thing. It's not an exploit or a glitch, but it's just a fun little thing that the developers included in previous games. Each Diablo game, they've tried not to include one, but they always end up including one. So data miners will always try and find everything related to the cow level and figure out how it's unlocked, how it's opened up, that kind of thing. And again, there's nothing wrong with that. Okay guys, I think my initial guesstimate might be correct. I'm currently halfway to another Paragon point. So I'd gotten one Paragon point earlier, and I'm getting close to the halfway mark for the second Paragon point. I'm about ready to open my second chest, and I've got 25 minutes left in the Helltide. My potion just ran out, so we're gonna sip again on it. Therefore, we've got full elixir for the remaining duration. I still guesstimate that I'll fall either just short of 2 points or I'll get the full 2 points. But we'll see. I'm keeping an open mind. Yeah, in this case, like, if it became, like, one of the best XP farms, which I hope it won't, because I think that'll just make the game hella boring. But, if it became, like, a good XP farm, or it offered something that, like, I could utilize, I would definitely, you know, participate. But like I said, for now, there is no indication of that, so I'm just meh. Yeah, it was literally like the cows, but they used the model for the Khazra. So that was pretty funny. But I think the Diablo 3 cow level was different, wasn't it? Diablo 3 cow level was Whimsydale. I think. If I'm not wrong. I could be wrong because I didn't access it in Diablo 3 either. I accessed it only in Diablo 2. Just for fun. But rather than any of that, you know what I really want in this game? I want auto looting features. Like, they really need to give me auto looting features, man. I am very annoyed that we don't have auto looting features. Okay, time to get out of here. Alright, no problem, Johnny. Come back when you can. And thank you to everybody who's watching the stream. Don't forget to like and share if you can. I'd be very grateful if you do. Alright, let's keep pushing and see how we end up. For me, realistically, I would hope that we can get enough XP at least to get 2 Paragon points. But it still wouldn't make the Helltide worth it, because you'd be better off in Nightmare Dungeons. Although I guess the biggest fun would be like taking out Treasure Goblin, potentially getting a unique. Those kinds of things I can get behind. The density increases are good though. But some areas of the map like this are still no good. Like, why is there a density problem? Like, this is a whole section of map. There should be enemy spawns here. Maybe it's because this way is like technically outside of the Helltide. Wow, there's like enemy density outside of the Helltide, and then there better be a good enemy density when I go back in. Ah, there we are. Okay, that I can accept. That area may have been considered an outward fringe. Well, as long as you got my build, you should be killing them both. I wish I could encounter the Butcher every dungeon. He's fun. It would make the dungeon experience a lot better. Oh, this was a super dense area. I like it. That was a good one. The server lag, because this is open, this is an open area, is no good. That one I strictly have a problem with. I got him today on my druid, just because he thought he could kill my druid, you know? He doesn't show when he knows you're gonna murk his ass. I got him once yesterday and he got insta-gibbed as well. And I spammed 4 hours of Nightmare Dungeons. I don't know if you were there for that, but it was wild. And I spammed, after spamming those 4 hours of Nightmare Dungeons, it did not go pleasantly. The joy of being young, Square Madness. I forgot the enemies were gonna scale up. Not that it matters. You're talking about the Harlequin crest. It's been a common item in all the Diablo games. So, if you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. It's a nice hat. It'd be cool if, like I said, it'd be cool if I ever got it, but I'm not that despo, so.
I appreciate that.
Okay. This ancestral bone charm. Back to town now. I'd say that'd be about right, newbie, but the butcher is wild. They need to up his spawn rate. These boots are level 60. I suppose that's alright. I can put them away for later use. Okay. First dump these. Then this is no good. It's a nice legendary staff, but it's a staff and I don't need that. This is a level 60. This one I don't need. So both of those I'll transfer to the druid. No, I didn't get the Deathless Visage yet, but I'm okay with it. Like I said, it really doesn't bother me whether I do or don't. Oh hey, this is nice. Just gonna chuck in some useful stuff. For my druid. Okay, let's head back into the Helltide. I think my estimate was correct. I'm definitely gonna get no, Temerity definitely didn't cut it. I thought it'd be good, but the truth is that it failed. Now I've got 10 minutes left to just earn as much as I can. So let's earn. Now that all the mystery chests for the Helltide have been opened, in the remaining time, how much can I earn? I have a feeling that I'll at least get my second Paragon point, which is really nice. Look at this poor werewolf. Is he trying to follow me? Eh? He should know better. Attempting to overcome a powerful ice sorcerer's kill speed is ridiculous. Potentially, Zane, potentially. I think that if I had a spammy build, yes. Which is what is actually making me think that I think it would be best on a arc lash or chain lightning. Basically, a lightning sorcerer spam build would probably be the best choice. Just because of the unstable currents. Unstable currents, stable aspect, and chain lightning itself having a decently high... there we go. Got a Paragon point. Decently high trigger rate. I think that it would be much more suitable on those kinds of builds. Because you would lucky hit a lot more often. Ice builds, surprisingly, have a generally lower lucky hit viability. And also, the prime unstable currents triggering all sorts of skills would trigger all sorts of lucky hits. Plus, with ball lightning orbiting around you, Like, I myself, if I ever get to level 100 on Sorcerer, and I just feel bored of my Ice Sorcerer, I want to play around, I'd swap over to a ball lightning style. I'd swap over to a robot style lightning sword, which would be totally fun. Weaponry. But dude, I have to tell you, you know, my dear BigChungas friend, the Zuckerberg lookalike. I was telling Johnny earlier, the Zuckerberg lookalike pissed me off again so much today. He made a video claiming that Helltides are like, you know, super awesome now. You literally get about half the XP that you would in if you were to just farm Nightmare Dungeons. Yeah. This is a great new video. Helltides are great now. Yeah, nah. I maxed out my Season Blessing with XP boost. I put on a potion the entire time. I spent the entire hour in the Helltide, start to finish. Opened 4 mystery chests and a 5th weaponry chest. I barely got 2 Paragon points. So, based on yesterday's testing with the Nightmare Dungeons, right? The Nightmare Dungeons, you can gain a total of 1 full level every 80 minutes, roughly. So, yeah. But yeah, suffice to say, it's all bullshit. So like I said, I'm thinking Blizzard be paying some of these people. But oh, let's quickly remove that message so no one else can see it. We don't want people to know who we're talking about. But yeah, basically I'm just disappointed. No, I really am not, because he's an asshole. Like, I just can't stand people that, like, if you want, I get it if you're a Blizzard partner and you want to shill for Blizzard, which is really great. But that's not helpful to the audience. Oh, there's a website that shows you. Give me 1 second, dude. Let me just freeze these guys and I'll show you. I'll give you the link. Hey, the slicer trying to stab me. I just use this. Here you go, Gosha. Yeah, I'm just testing Helltides right now, Mo, because some asshole's been spreading some false information about Helltides being amazing. And I'm going to tell you right now that they're not. They give you about half the XP that Nightmare Dungeon would, so... Hey, Grey Knight. I will always have a good stream. Well, the 80 minutes per level, newbie, actually includes the time... Like, I included loading times as well as... And I'll cover it in a video tonight. I have to reshoot the video after stream because I messed up a couple of things with the microphone. Which I only realized after, you know, I started the stream and then I realized, hey, I've got no sound. So I messed up a couple of things there. But basically speaking, the Nightmare Dungeons, even if you include loading times and going back to town to sell things, because I did my timing, like even with the town trip and selling gear in town, like that takes about 2-3 minutes. The slowest dungeons were about 16 minutes. The fastest dungeons were like close to 10 minutes, 10 to 11 minutes, and that is including loading times and everything else. But of course, that is with a necro one-shotting everything. So I tested via the most efficient build, i.e. Bone Spear Necro one-shotting everything. So my combat time was probably significantly less than any other character, but at the same time I was battling about 16 levels above me. So the max offset is 10 anyway, so I just wanted to make sure that I was always getting the max XP and bonus of 10 levels. Basically, I found that roughly around every 80 minutes I was gaining a level, and a full level meaning 4 Paragon points. So that is about what it took. Because in that 4-hour stream, I gained about 3 full levels. And my dude ended up exactly at the level, like exactly where he was at, 3 levels higher, but at the start of the stream, like in terms of the XP bar. So it was like literally 3 full levels in about 4 hours. That's about 1 hour, 20 minutes per level, so roughly 80 minutes per level. Well, if you check out my video tonight, I'll explain and break it down, but basically Nightmare Dungeons give you about double the XP of a Helltide. So Helltides are good, they're fun, but if you're searching for XP, they're probably not the best idea. Because with a full bonus of my elixirs and all that kind of stuff, I did not exactly end up with I did not end up with anything great. Can't even open the chest. You know what? I'm gonna try and ride for the other one. Oh, the horse still can't go through the barriers, huh? Okay, never mind. Okay, back to town. Okay. I'm just putting in some timestamps on my stream, so... Hey, Gage, what's up? No problem, man. Happy to deliver all the information that people need. I'm just doing some Helltide testing right now. Out of rage. Out of pure, unadulterated rage for somebody that I hate. But, yeah. So far it's not as good as people are making it out to be. I mean, the changes are positive, don't get me wrong. And I'll probably say as much in my video tomorrow, because tonight is an XP video on Nightmare Dungeons. But, basically, the changes are decent. Even if I may not fully agree with them, the changes are roughly decent.
Of leather and be careful out on the steps.
Yeah, the treasure goblins are nice. Yep, but at the very least, knowing that it's about 80 minutes per level, it's not that bad. I don't have any positive or negative thoughts about Max Roll. They seem okay to me. I don't like their builds. I'll say as much because obviously, and look, this is just me being fair. A lot of the time, websites like Max Roll are all about ensuring that players a lot of the time, they're all about ensuring that players have a variety of builds, whether or not those builds are the maximum, most efficient builds or not. Okay, see you later, Square Madness. Do your best. Do your best to earn money so you can donate to me, alright? Have a great day at work. But anyway, a lot of the time I feel that sometimes they create these builds so that they can falsely populate a tier list, when we know for a fact that some of the builds are just simply not viable and will actually result in a negative experience for players. That's my personal thought, and I'm not a fan of that. So, for me personally, I don't like that they tend to say that everything is good. Like, there's a lot of things that are good, this and that. I'm not exactly a fan of that, but I will say that some of their stuff is good, and the fact that they act as a wiki for people to search up information. I mean, I use them as well to look up, where do I get this aspect? Is it drop only? Can I get it from dungeon, etc., etc. So, I don't view them as bad in that light. Yes, well, like I said, I don't agree with their builds. You know, I like to use them as an information website, but of course they have some interest that we must all understand, and, you know, I've said as much, I've always said as much, that a lot of these websites, you know, you gotta look at who's on their payroll if you want to know who's really in charge of these kinds of things. And I have a feeling that they kind of suck the dick of the Mark Zuckerberg wannabe. So that's why the rogue builds are at the top. I don't disagree that rogue is a strong class, but we all know that Zuckerberg plays like a big factor in the whole system. If you ask me what's at the top, I'd give you the Asian robot list. Necro is the top of the top. Then you've got Sorcerer in close second. Ice Sorcerer only in close second. Then you've got Barb and Druid are about the same level right now, because Hammer of the Ancients Barb and a lot of the Barb's builds are actually more viable now. I'm thinking of a weird build myself, because I think I want to try and create some weird shenanigans, you know? But I would actually place the Rogue at the bottom of the table only for one reason. It requires active skill management. And that to me is a negative, because although it is as competitive as every other character, quite frankly, being as honest as I can be, the Rogue to me does not feel strong. And I feel that I can do everything the Rogue does with other characters, but with just one push of a button. So, like with the Barbarian, all I have to do is Hammer the Ancients. With the Necro, all I have to do is just throw my Bone Spear. Easy. It is, and I thoroughly agree with that. It also requires, like I said, active play, which I'm not a fan of. I'm lazy. I'm a lazy man. You know, so if I can avoid active play, I will. Because why should I put in effort? No. This is a video game. The video game should put in effort for me.
Your bones betray you. They shall soon serve me.
I could save a point. I mean, I'd lose willpower, but I could save a point next round. Lol, did somebody already die in the Legion event? That's pathetic. Is that Necro really using Bone Prison, like, for real? No wonder he's doing Legion events. Come on, spawn the things. I'm ready. See, this is why I love the Sorcerer. It just doesn't require any skill whatsoever. As long as you've got the right build, it's all over. Oh, we got a Bone Spear Necro here too. I was wondering why I was going by fast. Because there's no way that crappy Shadow Necro could have done anything. Especially because he's using Bone Prison. Like, homie, at least use a Sever build. Shadow Necro is super viable, but please, dear God, why are they not using Sever? It's so good. It's so strong. That is true. Bone Necro is fast. Andrea, if you already have all the glyphs, they won't drop anymore, dude. Everybody gets all their glyphs by the time they're in World Tier 3, usually. So as long as you go to your Paragon board and all the glyph slots are filled up, that's all the glyphs you need, dude. So if you're in World Tier 4 and you haven't gotten all your glyphs, you should be only doing Nightmare Dungeons. Assuming that you only leveled up with Nightmare Dungeons, which is the correct way to do things. You should have all your glyphs. If you really don't have, if you're really missing some glyphs, then it might be a bug. You can report it to Blizzard, see if they can help you out. But for the most part, yeah, it should all, ooh, a unique, nice. It should be, you should have all your glyphs by the time you get to World Tier 4.
Thank you.
Oh, new Raiment of the Infinite. Nice. Let me go compare it to the raiment that I had before.
You can't be serious.
If you should not be, but again, it could be a bug. So if you genuinely are missing that, you know, I understand your concern. I would say go report it to Blizzard and see if they can help you out, because that's probably the surest thing that they can do for you. You should not be missing any glyphs at all. Assuming that you've properly played only Nightmare Dungeons while leveling up, you should never miss a single glyph by the time, like literally before you're even in World Tier 4. Usually by about level 56 or 7, and I can demonstrate on my druid as I level it up on stream tomorrow and such, but you should effectively have all your glyphs sorted out, more or less. So just do be aware of that, like, because you're supposed to have everything pretty much sorted out. By the time like you're level 58, you should have all of them. That's the usual for me. But then again, I go into Nightmare Dungeons as soon as I can, so that could be a potential difference.
The forge is ready for whatever.
Okay, deleting the old sacred raiment. Let's go put on the raiment of the infinite. Why? Because it'll be funny. Let's have some funny funs. Yeah, I'll extract this just for the extra 1%. And slap it on my helmet. Hey, Filthy Tables. I'm doing alright. Was just testing out Helltides, and now I'm just doing some other testing. Just for fun. Legion events seem pretty decent now, though. The next Legion event is in 24 minutes, so... Okay. I'm gonna hope for that. Now it's got the full 6%. Yeah. Okay. I unlocked a Nightmare Dungeon somewhere. There you are. I'm gonna try Raiment of the Infinite again, but this time I've got the ancestral version. So let me see whether or not it's good, or whether or not I can survive with it. But yeah, I hope you do get like a response back from Blizzard, because it does sound like a bug if you haven't gotten the exploit glyph yet and you're already in World Tier 4. So just make sure, let me know if they do help you out. But yeah, do report it to Blizzard support, because there are known bugs. There are bugs in the game. Okay, there are a lot of them. Don't be shy of reporting them, because they do exist. Okay, they are a thing. I gotta admit that this is a bit more fun, because my boots give like 4+4 ranks to teleport. So my teleport, like, although Raiment of the Infinite increases the cooldown of it, it's not as bad. So although I'm losing out on damage reduction, it's not horrible. Actually doing okay. That's very lucky, Tiago. I think Xbox, it's mostly just the server issues. Like, I don't believe that there are many bugs on Xbox, but it's mostly server issues that are a problem for Xbox and PlayStation. Because this is obviously a this is obviously a PC game that is ported to console, so it suffers from the same port-based issues. Oh no! I actually did die. Well, I will admit that this obviously makes combat a little more difficult. I'm not quite sure why some... Do they have any Oh, they take 60% less from critical strike. Okay, that makes sense. I was thinking to myself, why aren't these creatures like dying instantaneously? Something's wrong. Something is so wrong right now. Makes sense now. I'm gonna have to actually max out my damage to kill these guys. Oh yeah, I think Andrea did do that, Yves. Thanks for the helpful, trying to give the helpful advice though. That is true and correct, but I think they mentioned, if you check early on, they mentioned that they'd done a lot of them already, and they still didn't have all the glyphs. So it could genuinely be a bug, because yeah, there are bugs. They do happen a lot. Although most bugs should have been fixed, but well, you never know. Sometimes when there's a new patch, it introduces more bugs into the system. Whole new... Aha, cursed. Perfect. Oh yeah, those types of bugs often happen, and they always say they get them fixed, but after fixing one, another one pops up, you know? Damn. The only downside to Raymond of the Infinite is that when it's like, if you're in a barrier breaker situation, yeah, the lack of damage reduction hurts you. I mean, granted, I did all this for fun anyway, just to test my limits, but yep, I guess if I choose to play Raymond of the Infinite, I must avoid barrier breaker, no matter what. I'll have to basically play every game like it's a bullet hell, which is not ideal for me, but noted. Good. Almost there. Oh, that's right. Whoops. Almost forgot that I was supposed to restructure something. Right there. Remove this, and then I can put that back. So I'll lose out a little bit of willpower, but meh. It's all for the sake of more damage. More perfect damage. Remember, ladies and gents, if I can even save 1 point, I will. Why? Because it's good for you. Oops. That was no good of me. Your slightly silly streamer forgot one thing. I'd forgotten about Barrier Breaker. Almost got myself killed again. That would have not been pleasant. Come on, free the prisoner. I've just got 4 more to go. I'm only just in the Nightmare Dungeon though, and you can already see like how much more XP I'm getting, which is really freaking awesome. Ooh, 3 more rubies.
They've been feeding on me.
Let's try another event again.
Please, take it back from. Let
I'll consider taking back your soul, random human. Hello, Cole. Welcome. If only this focus... I'm gonna try my luck with this focus again. I'm gonna try and see if I can roll that to have max cooldown reduction, because it does have max critical strike, which I really am digging. Potential, potential.
Father bless. What do you need?
All right, sleep well, presentation man. Probably overstrained for all your uni work, yeah?
No witchcraft here. Only honest magics.
No witchcraft here, only honest magic. Okay, let's take crackling energy damage. Cooldown reduction, come on. Okay, 6.2. It's far from well, it's actually very close to perfect. Can I get a full 7? Gonna try my luck on a full 7. Okay, already spent millions of gold. LOL. Alright. I'll advance this up to max, then I'll put my avalanche aspect on it. Which thankfully I have a spare of, I believe. $133 less, huh? Right. Put my royal emerald in there. And there it is. So I lose out a little bit of cooldown reduction, about 1%, but in exchange for that 1%, I gain way more damage. Bada bing, bada boom. My power is set. Oh, hey! Finally got a Wrathful Malignant Invoker. Ha! Finally. Now, they are going to drop more Wrathful Malignant Invokers, by the way, so do keep an eye out for them. They will hopefully have, like, better drop rates across the board. Or so they say. Okay, now we'll deal with that. Death Pulse, let's not deal with that. I don't really want barrier breakers. Suppressor's okay. The rest should be fine. I'm gonna go hunt Malignants for a little while. Cause why not? Let's go try to get myself some Barber Hearts, shall we? Okay. Removed. Now. Let me make some Invokers of Varshan. I'm gonna make 4 more. And then Tormented Invokers of Varshan. Alright. Got plenty of these now. Let's go spam the Ravening Pit for shits and giggles. Okay. I'm gonna search for them perfect tier 3, tier 4 hearts, sorry. Let's go get them. Ooh, Wrathful. Let's go earn ourselves a top tier barber. And another Wrathful Malignant Invoker as well. Yep, they really did up the drop rate. Oh, it is a Barber Heart. It's only 2 seconds, but this will do for my Druid as soon as he hits level 50. I choose not to disclose that to you, Cole. That's a rather intrusive question. So I thank you not to ask, because for good streamers, we value every viewer. I don't care what the highest number is. I do know it, of course, but yeah, that's not a very polite question to ask. Oh. Malignant Pact, also good. I will send that off to my Druid. These two can go to my Druid. Let's go kick Barshan's butt, because we can. I thank you for apologizing. There are some questions you can ask, some questions you shouldn't ask. Lol, the poor Varshan Echo pops in seconds. Poor fella. He's no good. Okay, now we're gonna leave the dungeon, reset it, and try again. Let's taste it again and see what happens. Theoretically, this should make the, yep, Ravening Pit quite a fast farm. What, Filthy Tables? You got your first Barber yesterday? That's great. But, just so you know, ever since the hotfix, which just got applied, right? They basically made it so much easier now to get Wrathful Invokers, Barber Hearts, all that kind of stuff. You'll see them quite frequently. So I'm pretty proud of the changes. Well, if a stream is a pre-recorded animation, that's not really streaming. But then again, it could be like a music channel. If it's a music channel, I understand. Music channels don't really require a person to be there talking to you. If you want to interact with somebody, that's what a chatting stream or gaming stream is for, usually. No, I'm very positive about the changes, you know. I really think that they made some very good changes, Filthy Tables. I'm actually super happy about them. Like, these changes, to me, are them making the right moves. However, it would have been nicer if they were there at the start of the season. Now they just need to make the Malignant Hearts actually easy to see. Because sometimes I do miss them. The fact that I've actually missed a Malignant Heart is kind of crazy. Not gonna lie. All of them. Everyone. Which character are you playing right now? Well, all robot builds. I should probably issue a correction. If you're not using one of my builds, then I can't make a judgment for you. But if you are solely using the builds on my channel, then all of my builds benefit from Barber. Necro benefits, the Sorcerer benefits, literally all of them across the board. I cannot think of a single one that would not benefit from Barber. Rogue, well, since I haven't come up with a proper Rogue build for high levels, so it's understandable if you weren't using my build. That said, Rogue would still probably benefit from the Barber Heart because pretty much everyone does. But I cannot make an active judgment for you right now. But just remember that literally anything benefits from Barber. There is, in my opinion, no... Like, I would say, like, if you really want to, you just put on the Necro, because you would just one-shot everything faster. That's all. You would just one-shot things even more, which is kind of hilarious, but, you know. Druid will definitely also benefit, but for Druid, you probably have to wait until I finish my testing. As soon as my Druid hits level 50, he's getting 2 very powerful Wrathful Hearts in his equipment. 1 Barber for him and 1 Malignant Pact. And then 1 defensive and he's good to go. I can see why you would not be having a lot of fun. Strictly landslide, bro? You. That'll get you killed. I mean, it'll work, but... the efficiency, I think, would be something that I shy away from, in my opinion.
Praise the Father. Yeah,
basically I think Barber goes with anything, to be fair. and like just applying it alone just gives you so much more strength. And I would trust what newbie says. Oh, thank you for valuing my opinion greatly. I can only give you guys the best that I can give, so I'll always give you, if nothing else, a truthful opinion. So if I really don't know, I'll tell you I don't know. But by my guesstimate, I feel that Barber should work even on the rogue, of course, because basically anything that does damage, anything that does criticals, should benefit from it. And pretty much every build, unless you chose like Shadow Necro, and completely went only DOT with no Sever, only that would like ignore the Barber. Yeah, everything would need some form of direct damage to at least trigger the Barber Heart. Bruh. Bone Spear is the only way to go, man. In that case, I don't know. If you at least have Sever, you can trigger Barber, because you need a critical hit on your first attack to trigger Barber. But beyond that, you know, you're more or less okay. Excuse me. But you want to know what I think disappoints me the most? The simple fact that freaking Tormented Varshan doesn't exactly give me, you know, maxed out Wrathful Hearts all the time. I mean, every time I kill Tormented Varshan, it just doesn't seem as good. Anyway, let's go pop some more of these. This is a 16.5 with 303 armor. I'll wield it now. Yep. I mean, don't forget that enemies in like the Malignant Tunnels count as like practically open world. So like they count as normal stuff. So the enemies will be under leveled compared to you. Like even Varshan is like 3 levels below me, which is so sad. But them's the breaks, you know? Anyway, let's go murderize him. You. Oh, that's right. They increased boss hit points. I was wondering how come he's actually like a little bit harder to kill. One of the only times it's possible for me to actually run out of mana against tormented Varvi. There we go. Did he only give me 1 heart? Wow. Now that is a failure. Okay. Back out and we do it again. True. True. Still, I would like these fights to last a couple seconds longer. Had to put on my slippers because weather's a bit cold. Okay, let me very quickly reset dungeons. Bada bing, bada boom. In. Just checking in on Kaz because she's still sick with the stomach flu. I want to make sure that she's alright. Later when Zane's back, I'm gonna give y'all another rap performance from the secret menu, since today has been such a kind day with Newbie, Johnny, Zane, everybody showing love to the stream. You know, later I'm gonna do a little rap from the secret menu. This one is by request only. Hey Frosty Lone Wolf, what's up? How is it hanging? Alright, slain, slain, slain. Come at me. I know it's summer for you guys. I'd rather take summer. That way I can just be shirtless on stream all the time, 24/7. Believe me, it'll be a lot nicer in my opinion. I would very much rather have that. Anyway, I'm gonna wait and see if Varshan will ever give me a Wrathful Heart. Because so far he's given me like, sometimes he'll just give me 2 hearts, but neither of them are Wrathful. I just want to see what it will take for me to get him to actually drop a Wrathful Heart. I'm in the opposite scenario, Johnny. It's been a rough winter for me. My lungs are so not suitable for winter. But c'est la vie. I will never, ever stop performing. Because I love entertaining you guys too much. I got the passion. $17 more minutes to the Gathering Legions event, though. I'm happy with that. Hey, hey, honey bear. How you doing? How are you feeling, my dear? Oh no, I'm just messing around seeing whether or not I can get Wrathful Invokers, because they up the drop rate. So, you just chilling? Yeah. I just realized I'm not in the voice room, but if you'd like me to come into the voice room, I can. You tempted fate by eating? Well, I hope... I mean, you need to eat, babe. So, she's got the stomach flu right now. You do need to eat no matter what, so... You'll have to test fate. Unfortunately. But yeah, let me know if you need me in the voice room, otherwise I'll just chill as well. Yep. Fingers crossed, of course. You know I always worry about you. Okay. Understandable. Okay, off to kill the shard. Alright. 10%, but not 12. It is a nice little boost for just a slight exchange of damage, but still not good enough. I'll keep it as a spare. Now let me bring all the stuff out. The vulnerable is nice, but no crits.
Dark days upon us. You need a proper weapon.
Let's see. Okay. Back in we go. We've got about 12 minutes. Let me set a timer. 12 minutes until the next Legion event. I'll set it for 10. Which should be like literally two ravening pits. All right. I actually just want to see how often I can gain Wrathful Hearts now with the increased drop rate. But so far, all I've gotten are 2. One in the first expedition that I did, and one using the Wrathful Invoker, which dropped in that same expedition. One thing which I don't like though is that these guys are still dropping tier 3 hearts. which is no good. I feel that, I mean, granted, yes, I'm only level 78, but still, even with the enemies trailing behind our level, I feel that they should be consistently dropping tier 4 hearts, not tier 3s. So the fact that they can still drop tier 3 hearts isn't exactly good, because it makes finding a god roll tier 4 heart a lot harder. That said, Ravening Pit is obviously not difficult or anything, so it's not like it'll cost a lot of time to do. If you go fast enough, you can literally accomplish like 3 within 10 minutes. Just to make sure I didn't miss out on anything. Knew I could have missed out on one. Okay, good. So I'm gonna get a World Tier 4 heart that has a full 12% bonus. Once I get that, boom, I'll be ready. Then I guess I'm gonna search for a Brutal Heart that has a higher reduction bonus as well. I want a Tier 4 that has at least 19 or 20. It'll take some time, but I'll get there. Okay. Let's go kick Varshan's ass again, just for fun. Hello, Varshan. Are you ready for a rematch of death? Let me rip you to shreds. Yeah. Oh, hey. Got another unique chess piece. Oh, look. It's another Raiment of the Infinite. Not bad. Not bad. And it is actually better than what I have, armor-wise. So, I guess that's exactly what I'm going to use. Pretty sick. Let me head back to town. Get this other raiment sorted out. Just because I want additional armor. Even a little bit of additional armor can be useful. Lord knows I like my armor. Once I have a comparison for the two, I will choose which one to equip and keep.
Unexpected.
Okay, I would lose damage versus close enemies. I'd have slightly more intelligence, slightly more damage to stunned enemies. That's a no-brainer.
Need something for it?
This older raiment is gone. I'll go make a socket in it, and then I'll put in the second gem as well. And I'll delete all the other crap that came with me, and bada bing bada boom, we're ready. Socket. In the pocket.
I carry the best shards of the heavens.
No, you do not. You random lying wench. There are no shards of the heavens. Only shards of destruction. Let's make some brutes. And then back in we go. I should have enough time for one more. One more pit. Let's go. The Gathering Legion event hasn't showed yet, so into the pit we go. And then right after this Ravening Pit, we will go smack down the... Now, I'm just gonna clean this one out real quickly. So then after that, I'll go to the Gathering Legion event. Hey, welcome back, Chungus boy. I'm gonna do one more rap performance for y'all. That's okay. Welcome back. No worries. Hopefully you'll have a free moment after the Legion event. Good, I'm glad you did, Jordan. I hope you enjoy yourself. Sorcerer can be a good bit of fun. I personally enjoy it because it's so low effort. It's just literally go in there, gather all enemies, take one back step, and then shoot. That's mine. Okay, good. So I can go do the Legion event after this. Assuming that the timer's correct, of course. It should be. Because I did set it about a minute in advance. Hello, Brutal Invoker. Okay, to Ked Bardu. To Bed Bardu. Sort through the hearts. This is 18.5. I'll take that. That was a really good and a really decent upgrade. So I'd say worth it. Okay, Legion event is there. And after the Legion event, I rap. By the way, horses still can't charge through barriers yet. I believe that was not in the current patch notes, so yeah, we still have to deal with barriers, but they have said they are working on it, so I'm sure in a subsequent update they'll make it so the horses can finally charge through barriers, which is great. Okay. I refuse this party. I'm just here for the loot, not the XP. Although the XP will be a welcome boon. I'm only here for one thing. And one thing alone. I'll just let it sit there. I do not wish to have their... I do not wish to be a party with these people. How dare they invite me?
Greetings. Hello.
And stoke the campfire. All the way. This team is a bit slower than what we had before. It's okay though. Just need to get the proper pacing. Okay, all settled. On my channel, you can look for the late game Sorcerer build for Season 1. All builds that I use are published on my channel. Enjoy. I'll decide on my point after we kill this guy. Yeah, it's not an Arclash build, dude. It's literally been posted just recently, yeah. Because the Arclash build does not say Season 1, man. You gotta always check my most recent videos. Mostly everything that you need for the season will be in there. And that's all it takes. Oh, I should probably grab this too. And this one. Right, back to town. Okay, I'm glad you got it. This I don't need. I might, however, extract this aspect and... Actually, you know what? No, I'll keep the lucky hit.
My eyes can only watch so much.
Live well, my friend.
Okay, we've had enough fun. The Legion events are okay XP wise, and they seem to give decent stuff too. So I'd say Legion events are probably, the fact that they seem to give more legendaries now, they're almost on par with Helltides actually. I'm quite impressed with that. That is genuinely not bad. Okay, now back to Kyovashad, and then we're gonna get rid of these, and then I promised I'd rap for y'all, so wow. I shall deliver. The Druid? Soon. No real ETA, but soon. I would only hit Helltide just to like quickly grab, because now it's so fast to grab 2 chests. I'd just go in there for the 2 chests just for potions. Then I would just, you know, come right back out. So that's basically all it is. Exploit Glyph just drops from Nightmare Dungeons, dude. You will always find it in the Nightmare Dungeons. Somebody else claimed that they couldn't get the Exploit Glyph either. if you genuinely cannot, like, if you've genuinely dropped every other glyph and you still don't have your exploit glyph after, like, say 10 to 12 Nightmare Dungeon runs, you might need to send in a support request to Blizzard, because I'm not sure if it's a bug, but more or less, you know, I'm just going to be very honest with you, more or less you should get it from Nightmare Dungeons. It's random, it could be the very last glyph you get, but everybody, like, as soon as they get into World Tier 3, hit the Nightmare Dungeons and start farming them, because that's the fastest way to get your glyphs. You don't have to worry about anything else. All I do, as soon as I get into World Tier 3, I just hit the Nightmare Dungeons and I just pick up all my glyphs. Then by the time that's done, I usually have everything after about 20 to 30 runs. Usually. But in case there really is a bug and you really have not been able to get it after many Nightmare Dungeon runs, you might want to send in a support ticket. Okay, let me go find the beat for this one, because this one is a bit difficult to find. Yeah, here it is. All right, y'all ready? This is a special performance on request, but normally I do this only when people ask for it. But since, you know, Zane and the rest were so kind, I hope you guys will enjoy it. This one's a sadder beat, guys. Tears fall and I'm so alone. Pain course through my empty soul. See the leaves fall in the autumn snow. Winter shouldn't be so cold. 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 Winter shouldn't be so. Tears fall and I'm so alone. Thought I might call, but I'm scared to check my phone. Got the messages from these times past. Burning memories, burning like the shots my whiskey glass. Half of me wants to accept you might be gone. My mistakes have got me torn. I'm a king without a throne, cause how can you have a home with no queen to be by your side? Missing you in the dead of night. Without you my world has no light. Hey, half of y'all be the players, but y'all never made a play. Scared to even form attachment, so y'all act where you hide away. Put your front right on display, but your scars are there to stay. Smile in public, but that's just the mask that you want to portray. On this song be cutting you deep, cause you know it's from my heart. Man, I used to be just like you till that grief tear me apart. Take my advice and take my hand. If not for you, then for your fam. Put the front in the ground and be the king wearing ya. Tears fall and I'm so alone. Pain course through my empty soul. See the leaves fall in the autumn snow. Winter shouldn't be so cold. Tears fall and I'm so alone. Pain course through my empty soul. See the leaves fall in the autumn snow. Winter shouldn't be so cold. Winter shouldn't be so cold. Winter shouldn't be so cold. So yeah, that one is by request only usually, but had to bust it out today, you know? Thank you guys for all your support. Okay, give me 1 second. Is my Kazzy still here? Oh, she might be in an Overwatch game. Kazzy baby, you can just reply after your match or whatever. I'll probably finish stream in about 40 minutes or so. Then I've got a quick video to shoot, but do you want to hang out after? Let me know if you do, okay? And now let me get back to the nightmare dungeons, because why not? Okay, let's go. I'll see if my Casey wants to hang out after. So I'm gonna shoot the XP video, well, reshoot it because of the previous errors. And if he wants to hang out, I shall. After. Okay, and for now, for the remainder of the stream, let's hit these nightmares as fast as we can. Oh, and those of you out there, don't forget to like and share the stream, yeah? The more y'all like and share, the better. Helps me get my name out, and that means more content faster. I keep forgetting that I'm supposed to kill them in the circle. Oh, crap. Bad time to get stunned. I actually hate that one event because it's so annoying. Like having to kill them in the circle, but then they spawn ranged troops. It's like, what am I supposed to do? Like if they spawn melee troops like with the other one, you know, might actually be better. What's up, Pen? Why the woohoo? Did you get something good? If there's a high priest, he must be here. Oh, my second Wrathful Invoker. Okay, they really did buff the drop rates quite a bit. Okay. Oh, another Wrathful Malignant Invoker. I reckon hunting for a good barber probably going to be a lot easier than people think. Especially now. Saw a pile of gold here. Grab that. I'll teleport back right at the doorway. Yeah, give up 1,000 gold, it's fine. Just gonna deal with it. Okay, quick trip back. Okay. This rare wand is extremely powerful, but missing core skills. This one could be good, but damage to frozen enemies is not good enough for me. It does have very high damage to vulnerable though, so I'll consider this one. Particular ring. No, it's got a bad slot. Can't even transfer it to my druid. Damn. Okay, let's sell all this off.
Plenty worth keeping.
As for the wand, I'll re-roll it a little later. Okay, great. Okay, I better send Kaz a quick text. Okay, good.
Skins of leather and steel. Gently used.
Okay, now that I've got all this non-physical damage boosted up, And, okay, things are looking good. Think it'll be time to think about my next board. Yeah, probably. I think that that'll be a good choice. Yep. I also need to think about my next glyph. Let me see. Which one do I really want? Yeah, flame feeder. Okay, perfect. I know exactly what I want now. No, I don't want reinforced. Reinforced as a glyph, right? You're talking about this one. Hold on, where is it? You're talking about this? Yeah, it's pretty much trashed here. It's a defensive. Like, you should have enough damage reductions in your build. Like, I've got so much damage reductions that I'm actually playing with Raymond of the Infinite. Now, granted, you could use reinforced, but you would be missing out on extra damage. And ideally, if you want to level fast, the core is damage. So I would go for a damage glyph. Of course, later on, if you want to put in reinforced or something else, then sure, go for it. But I'm going to tell you that never ever take a defensive glyph. Ever. Okay? Unless you're really desperate for damage reduction, which you should not be. Yeah, no problem. If you want to do well in the game, just follow what I do. You'll be fine. Now, there is indeed a way to make use of defensive stuff, but only if you really need it. Like, you want to push, like, tier 100 Nightmare Dungeons as a challenge? Yeah, go for it. But since you will literally never need to do them during the leveling process, up until you get level 100, it's more of, like, an achievement, just like, hey, I did it, you know? But during the actual gameplay, I only focus on builds that will basically help me level as fast as possible by making sure that the time it takes me to kill somebody is the lowest possible. So that's why a lot of my builds focus purely on damage instead of reductions. Because in general, you should not need too many damage reductions. Should not being the key word. If your skills aren't really very good, sometimes people do tend to pick up more damage reduction. So it just really depends on how well you play. If you're talking about the change to damage reduction, I have a video showing the changes in the update, in the recent update, but no, I'm talking about the core principle of damage reduction, bro. Which you will learn as you study my streams. Basically, you don't need so much damage reduction. Like, you should have enough in your Paragon boards. Now, you will still die in unfortunate circumstances, but I'm doing this on purpose because I want Raiment of the Infinite, which has no damage reductions, and an additional rank to Glass Cannon passive, so you actually will end up taking more damage. But since it's soft core, since I'm not playing a hardcore character, obviously that doesn't really matter. But depending on like the situation, you know, if you find that you die a lot or that certain things are killing you, you can equip armor that has more damage reduction, because like most of your chest piece and pants will come with damage reduction. So I do have a proper chest piece that gives me more damage reduction if I want it. So if I get bored of playing Raiment of the Infinite and I feel like actually putting in effort and stuff, then usually I'll just take a chest piece with damage reduction. I mostly play Raiment of the Infinite to challenge myself, because otherwise it gets a bit boring, because you are guaranteed to win. So that's the only reason I haven't gone back to my God roll chest piece. But for most people, it's always best to have damage reduction on your chest piece as well. So usually if you stack enough damage reductions, your damage reduction, your total amount of damage reduction should go past 30 to 40% minimum. Most people will have around 50 to 60. So my Necromancer has about 60% total damage reduction overall. That's what keeps them alive. And also, if you ever feel like you're not surviving enough, you can, well, I mean, since you don't really need this, you can just take 3 points and put them into Mana Shield. Mana Shield will basically give you 21% damage reduction. Esu's boots are good, but I suggest following the build that I posted, and then after that you can make modifications if you want to. I don't recommend running Raiment actually. Raiment is only if you want to challenge yourself, because the additional damage is not beneficial to you. The biggest damage comes from your Paragon path, whether you have it or not, right? It will not affect your overall kill time. So Raiment of the Internet is just something that people play for fun usually. So in my case, I'm just playing it for fun. But if I actually was serious, you know, if I was actually serious about playing at the most efficient speed, I don't use Raiment. Esu's is good. Esu's is very good. But again, because movement speed is so important, if you, like for example, I've got these boots that have 4 ranks to teleport, max movement speed, mana cost reduction. I would not put on Esu's boots unless I got maximum movement speed Esu's boots, which can be quite difficult to roll. So if you get it, that's good. If you don't get it, you know, that's also understandable. In which case, just use a normal pair of boots and you're fine.
We can't do it alone. Everywhere I possess this tough fight.
Oh, damn. I thought I managed to get them all in there, but they died. So like for me, if I ever feel that my defense is not enough, I just chuck 3 points into mana shield. And pretty much that's it. You get a huge boost to your damage reduction just by spending mana, assuming you're following my build. And that's it. Hey, back to town to sell stuff. Excuse me. Anywhere really. You can take it out of Snap Freeze. I went from Snap Freeze and I placed it in what do you call it? I placed it in the slipped my mind. I placed it in Frost Nova. That's the one. And then from there I decided to put it into Mana Shield. Like this is just, I teach this mostly when the end game video comes out, because late game it's better for everybody to just follow the exact build. But once we get to the end game stages, I usually do teach people a few extra tricks, like where to pull points and where to adjust things so that you can either overclock for defense or overclock for offense. Overclock meaning to obviously structure towards something. So for example, let's say you really need extra offense. I would say, okay, in that case I would probably place extra points in, say, Blizzard, for example. You know? And then by placing the extra points into Blizzard, I'd be able to do overall more damage. It might be a small boost, but it's a reasonable boost as well. So these are just some small ways that you can adjust things and improve your overall damage, if necessary. Or you can improve your defense, like I just showed. I pulled 3 points and just put it straight into defenses, so now I get extra defense and can survive most combat scenarios. So something like that. Good. The more you share my builds and the more viewership I get, the better. It means that I can make more content. More views equals more content for you guys, so keep sharing. That's why I always encourage people to share my content, like my content. The more that you guys just share on social media, even if nobody pays attention to it, doesn't matter. What matters is that you guys keep hitting the share button on all these videos, right? It'll just result in YouTube recommending me to more people automatically. And that means that you guys get more content faster, as I can obviously make a little more money from the viewership. Yeah, thanks Mo. I'm glad it helped. I'm gonna be talking about XP tonight. I actually already shot the video this afternoon, but my microphone had an error, so I'm gonna shoot it after stream, and then I'll talk about XP gains and roughly how long it takes to, you know, get XP, stuff like that, level up. Because I want people to understand what the experience is gonna be like from 1 to 100 for the casual player. And the answer, honestly, is that it is not quite as good as Blizzard would have you think. So although things have been greatly improved, having to focus almost purely on Nightmare Dungeons right now means that a lot of other entertainment is not on board. So I feel that, like, although Blizzard wants to make Nightmare Dungeons the main form of getting XP, and I'm totally down with that, you know, they need to understand that they must respect the casual player's time. If a player can only play between 2 to 3 hours per day, they should be making about 3 levels. That way they can, over a few days, get to level 100 and also maybe experience other characters. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed the content, Stone Gamer, so please keep sharing, man. Thank you guys very much if you do. I mean, they probably do, but I don't really care whether they do or don't. At the end of the day, like, my job is solely to do one thing, to report the facts. That's all that I care about. What people think of me or, you know, their opinion on my content doesn't really matter, because the only thing that ever interests me is just making sure that you guys get the best possible experience and making sure that my audience has the best possible experience through the things that I do. Oh, hey, Esu's heirloom just dropped. Max movement speed roll? Hell yeah. Okay, this is nice. We got a max movement speed Esu's heirloom. Sweet. I would lose ranks in teleport though, so not so sweet. But it's nice to have a max roll. And Flame Scar. Ooh, this is new. Hell, this might actually make a fire build worth it. I'm gonna keep the Flame Scar. That's a nice wand. Okay, I'll store Esu's. I mean, I don't really need it, and I'd rather have the teleport, so... back to town. But I'm happy. I got myself a nice pair of Esu's. When I feel like using them, I will use them. Or actually, you know what? Let's go put them on just for fun. Yep, 2 uniques is nice. Oh crap, I thought it was Esu's that dropped. No! Sad. I legit thought it was Esu's, but it was just a normal pair of boots. But they do have max movement speed, so... I will save this for my druid or my rogue or something. Ah, sad. I thought I got a new Esu's, but I didn't. Oh well.
Very nice.
I'm still happy with 1 unique drop. Can't complain too much, right? Okay. Oh, I did get a unique drop, but it was the pants. I really don't need these pants, but I will just store them in the inventory. Okay, let's go have some fun for the last bit of stream. Now, after I end, I'll go shoot my video and all that kind of stuff, but what I'm gonna do now is I am going to go here. This is my storage chest for all the uniques and everything that I have, yeah. I like to put it all in there. This one I will scrap. Okay, let's go to the enchanter. Now we'll scrap our Ice Heart Braze soon, but first and foremost, let's go play around with these wands and see if we can get vulnerable stats on them or something good. Okay, enchant item, this one. I'll start with this one. The distant enemy's roll is fine. I just need critical strike chance. If it gives me critical strike chance, I'll take it. No, okay, never mind. Them's the breaks. Sometimes you just won't get the stuff you need. Okay, I'll try the other one. This one also needs to roll critical strike chance. Lightning critical strike chance is not helpful. Ah, critical strike damage. Perfect. Okay, so this wand might be overall better. because although I will have slightly less critical strike damage, I do get extra vulnerable damage, and it is pretty maxed out. I would have liked it if it was, you know, better one than that, but that's okay. Aspects. Where's my ice shards aspect? What's it do?
Stay on the path. Keep no.
Okay. Let's pop open a socket.
Finest quality.
Okay. Yeah, so I get 58% more damage. A little less critical strike damage, and a little less core skill damage. So I do lose out on some of the other multipliers, but 21% extra vulnerable damage as a multiplier. Yeah, that cannot be argued with. So I probably will end up dealing even more.
Plenty worth.
And as for this other wand, such a shame. Scrapped. I'll re-roll the other stuff when I get more gold. Okay, ladies and gents, that brings us to the end of the stream. I'm going to very quickly shoot the video that I said I would. And then after that, you know, look forward to it tonight because it does drop tonight. I'll be talking about the XP in Nightmare Dungeons and explaining why I don't think the XP gains are enough right now, even with the density increase. Alright, so thank you all very much for watching my stream. I hope you all have a good one. Thank you, and I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Bye-bye.